Howdy folks, Tex Grebner here with Tex Grebner Outdoors. We're going to be talking about my Martin Recurve collection because I've been shooting Martin bows for a long time comparatively. Now, Martin Archery is a huge part of my childhood, and so I'm not necessarily loyal to the company. It's literally just Martin Archery has had a huge influence in my childhood and in my young adult life because that was the brand that I had. Going all the way back to my compound archery days, you see, first of all, I started out on a little red, we called it an Indian bow. You would get it for like $40 at the K's Merchandise back in the day. You were shooting 26-inch fiberglass arrows and only drew 24 inches, but I was Howard Hill with that damn thing out in the barnyard. Doing tembo with a little red Indian bow and fiberglass arrows, and by God, nobody told me that I was going to need feathers on it. You ever shoot them veined arrows off of something like a little Sioux? The arrow just goes all the way down there because that vein is striking that arrow shelf. Anyways, the next bow that I got, I begged and pleaded with my parents to get me a compound bow so that I could start hunting deer. And they ended up getting me from a garage sale down the road. Now this is in the spirit of full candor. My first compound bow was a Browning. It was a Browning youth bow that I ended up outgrowing in a year. But that Browning youth bow had painted screw pins, a burger button, and no peep in the string. Then, my very first compound bow that I bought with my own damn money was a Martin Lynx. It was a 65-pound Martin Lynx. It had a 4-inch overdraw on it, and I had a fiber optic pin sight and a string peep. And I was the shit, or at least I thought that I was the shit. Holy crap, how far we've come. But man, when I got my first set of fiber optic pins and my overdraw, because don't get me wrong, I started out shooting fiberglass arrows. And then I got aluminum arrows. And aluminum arrows for a kid are a terrible thing, because you skip them off the ground once, and those old XX75 camo hunters that were built about as tough as a Coke can, they'd shoot around corners. So you had to use an overdraw, it seemed like, because with an overdraw you could cut the arrow super short, so it kind of made them more durable. Anyways, after I got outgrown from my Lynx, I kind of got out of archery for a while, to be honest with you, until I ended up starting up Tex Grebner Outdoors, and I bought a Martin Cheetah compound bow. Then I ended up shooting that until I got a Martin Firecat. Firecat 400, I believe. Anyways, so I got out of compound bows a few years back, and I ended up getting a recurve. I got a longbow first. I got this shop longbow. I didn't really care for it, but when you first get into traditional archery, you're like, I want a longbow. So I got a longbow, thought I was Robin Hood, learned how to shoot it pretty good, but the problem with a longbow is they don't travel very well because they're long. And most of the time they're not cut to center, and with a longbow it's really easy to be overbowed. But then I ended up getting a Martin Jaguar. And I'll just tell you this, that Martin Jaguar, I got a hell of a lot of views. Is it the best bow in the world? No. Was it a good bow to start with for me? Yeah. I sold so many Martin Jaguars because of the videos that I made with it back in the day that Terry Martin got a hold of me and he gave me this Martin Hunter. This Martin Hunter is 75 pounds. And I got this Martin Hunter because they wanted to give me something, but they also didn't really have anything to give me, because it's been no secret that for the past couple of years, past several years, Martin has had financial trouble. So Terry couldn't really give me anything good. So Terry went to the factory second pile, and he called me back up and he said, listen, we've got this 75-pound Martin Hunter Recurve. We can't ship it out. Nobody wants it. It's too heavy to shoot. Do you want it? And I said, yes. I will learn how to shoot it. I'm not going to say no when I can always get stronger. And that was the genesis of my obsession with heavy draw weight recurves, as far as actually owning one. Now, I shot the Martin Hunter. It's still one of my favorite bows. The only trouble is it's a one-piece recurve. It's a 62-inch recurve. Might as well be a long bow as far as how hard it is to travel around with it. So my next Martin recurve was the Martin Locus, right here. The Locus, 3-piece takedown, 55 pounds. Is it the greatest takedown recurve in the world? Not really. There's some stuff about it that I don't like, but does it work? Yeah, it works. And so then I went back to shooting my 75-pound Martin Hunter. But because I travel around for train to hunt, I decided that I needed to find something that would be more travel friendly. And so this is the newest addition to my collection. This is a 75-pound 3-piece takedown Martin Hunter that I found on eBay. It's very vintage, but there's still plenty of life in it. So, as you can see, the grips are basically identical. They're basically like a matched pair. So I was super lucky to be able to get this Martin Hunter 3-piece takedown in 75 pounds to match my Martin Hunter 1-piece in 75 pounds. So as it stands right now, that's my current collection of Martin Recurve bows. I'm very happy with all of them. By the way, Martin is now under new management. As I said, I don't really have any brand loyalties. Okay, I use what works. But I am very sentimental about the Martin brand, because when I was a kid and I got my first Martin Lynx, man, that was the shit. And I got into Martin Archery because it was a bow that the broke-ass, dreaming kid that I was could afford. Man, how times have changed. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at SOETacticalRadio.com. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you served in the military. Thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors.